Hi Seminoles fans, I'm here to talk about some really great original artwork, watercolor paintings that celebrate the history of the Seminoles football uniform from their early years, and I'll explain this, but I'm saying in the early years meaning 1904, right on up to the present era, and I'll show you all this great artwork in just a second if you don't mind. But let me give you this kind of a big picture background. This artwork would really make a great gift. You know, a Mother's Day, Father's Day, an anniversary gift, a wedding gift, retirement gift, birthday gift, although it doesn't even need to be a gift. Somebody could just be a great Florida State fan, and this would look beautiful framed in somebody's home or in their office. Let me give you a little background. My name is Scott Silcox, and I'm from Toronto. For 16 years I owned a company called Maple Leaf Productions, and we made and sold a whole variety of products that celebrated the history of uniforms. NCAA uniforms, but also NFL, Major League Baseball, and NHL uniforms. And let me, if you don't mind, just focus on those three for a second, and then we'll come to the NCAA. For the NFL, and Major League Baseball, and NHL, we've made a whole variety of products, including plaqued posters that kind of look like this. So hard-mounted plaqued posters that celebrated the history of a team's uniform using the great artwork. In addition to plaqued posters, we also made framed posters, dozens of different shapes and sizes. I'll just show you a couple here again, just to give you the sense of what it is that we're talking about here. So for the NFL and NHL and Major League Baseball, the artwork was used in a framed fashion like this. Then in addition to plaques and frames, we also used that artwork for clocks. This is just an example of a clock, coffee mugs, fridge magnets. Couple samples of fridge magnets. A great product we had a lot of fun with called a fan frame that showed the evolution of a team uniform. Playing cards, kind of ace, king, queen, jack, 10 playing cards. And all of the artwork was used on mouse pads and collector plates and a number of other products. In the case of the NCAA artwork that I'm just about to show you, it's much newer artwork, and so thus far it's just been introduced in a framed format like this. Forgive me, Seminoles fans, that I'm showing you an Oklahoma Sooners product, but hopefully you'll be understanding. And we also use the artwork on fridge magnets, and again, this is a Georgia set of magnets, but Seminoles fans, you're a forgiving bunch, or hopefully you will be. So thus far the NCAA artwork has just been used on these products, although we've sold thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of these products. But in the future, this great artwork that I'm about to show you will also be used on such things as coffee mugs and clocks and fan frames and playing cards and plaque posters and a variety of other products. So this artwork is certainly somewhat famous now, and in the coming years it will be a lot more famous, as much as sports artwork can be famous. Now, you're great to put up with me. Let's really kind of focus on the Seminoles artwork. Everything that I'm about to show you here, all of this artwork, will be hard to see in this video in any great detail, but on our website, heritagesportsart.com, you'll be able to really zoom in and see all of this artwork in fine detail, and that site is devoted to the sale of the artwork, so hopefully that will help you. But let me just give you a flavor of the artwork. There's 14 pieces of Seminole artwork, starting with the 1904 uniform, and there's some controversy as to whether this was a predecessor university to Florida State, and I'd love to tell you the history about it and why I absolutely and firmly believe this is part of the collection and should be part of the history of Florida State. Then we jump to the 1947 season, and this uniform honors D.L. Middlebrooks. Then we jump to the 1954 season and Lenny Swadek. Jump to 1958, and this is honoring Bobby Wren. Then the 1962 season honors the great Fred Biletnikoff. Then we jump to 1966. This honors Ronnie Sellers. The 1979 uniform honors Ron Simmons. The 83 uniform honors Jesse Hester. Then the 1987 uniform honors the great Deion Sanders. 1993 is Charlie Ward's uniform. 1998 is Peter Warwick's uniform, and there's a little bit of a story about this artwork. I won't get into it right now, but there's more artwork than just this, but we can get into that at a later date. The 99 artwork honors Chris Wenke. The 2001 honors Michael Boulware. And finally, the 2004 uniform honors Ernie Sims. So there are 14 pieces of artwork. My point is, please visit our website to really see it, up close and in far greater detail. And there are tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of FSU fans across North America, and yet we only have 14 pieces of art. So I'm not a great salesperson here, and I'm not going to try and beat this down your throat, but if this is something you're interested in, please act sooner rather than later, because with thousands and thousands and thousands of Seminoles fans and only 14 pieces of original art, this will sell relatively quickly unless you move fairly quickly. So thanks for the sales pitch, and I'll leave you alone on that. Now, as far as how you can buy this artwork, there's kind of three versions. And let me just explain. This artwork was painted by a wonderful lady by the name of Nola McCon. Nola owns this artwork. She's asked me for my help in helping to promote the sale of the artwork, which I'm delighted to do. So, the first way you can buy the artwork is in this raw, unframed format, just like you see here. If you placed an order today, we'd package it properly, we would ship it to you by UPS such that you would get it in 7 to 10 days' time, and that would be $350, including UPS shipping, although there are a couple Florida State uniforms where there's a slightly higher premium price just because of the laws of supply and demand. But basically, the artwork is $350, including UPS shipping. The website will give you all that pricing detail and to explain that exactly. Now, the second way you can buy the artwork is in what we call our classic framed version, just like you see here. This is a Denver Broncos piece, so let's make it a Florida State piece. In this case, it would come with a thin black frame and a double white mat. Then your original artwork would be framed with an engraved plate below it telling the story of the artwork. This classic frame version, in most instances, is $425. That includes the UPS shipping, and it would be custom framed. So if you placed an order today, it would then be custom framed in the next week and then shipped to you by UPS such that you would get it in 2 to 3 weeks' time. So the first way to buy it, raw and framed. Second way to buy it in our classic framed version. And then the third way you can buy it, the third and final way, is in what we call our deluxe framed version, which is $450. Includes a thick black frame, a black mat, the original artwork, which of course would be Florida State artwork, an engraved plate, and then there would be a poster showing the evolution of the uniform. Now, in the case of Florida State and all the NCAA teams, that poster will be a slightly more rectangular format. You'll see what this looks like on the website. This frame piece will be a couple inches taller to accommodate this framed poster. But what's neat about it is, it shows your original artwork, in this case the 1958 uniform, and then you can actually see how that artwork was used in, oh, okay, I see exactly how that was used in my poster. There it is right there. And I think it just is a really neat treatment to this deluxe frame version. At any rate, that's the third way you can buy the artwork. Now, how do you buy? It's really simple. Just visit our website, heritagesportsart.com. It's fully e-commerce enabled. You can buy using any major credit card through the PayPal system. Or if you wanted to speak to somebody live and in person rather than buying it over the internet, then I'd love it if you'd call me. My name is Scott. The cell phone number is 416-315-4736. I'd love to talk to a Seminoles fan. Share some of the history that went into this. There's quite a few stories about almost every piece of this artwork, and I'd love to share that with you, and just be fun to talk to a Seminoles fan. So please feel free to call me if you wanted to place your order live and with a person live. Thank you. Now, 2 final points and I'll leave you alone. The first is, you're a great Seminoles fan, and you might know other Seminoles fans who you think would be great fans of artwork. If you knew somebody like that, would you be kind enough to share this YouTube URL with them? If you would, that would be very generous of you. Secondly, you might remember at the outset that I mentioned that in addition to this great NCAA artwork, we've also done artwork for all of the NFL teams, Major League Baseball teams, NHL teams. And the website, heritagesportsart.com, shows over 1,500 pieces of original art that are available for sale. Beautiful works of art. So for almost any team across North America. So if you or somebody you know is a fan of another team or just loves great sports artwork, please visit the website. I would be greatly appreciative if you would do that. So thank you for your time. I know my future is not in selling products, pitching products on TV. You've been great to put up with me. I wish you all sorts of health and happiness, and I wish the Seminoles the best in their upcoming season. Thanks very much for your time. Bye.